Hello, anime fanatics! Today we have an unusual entry on our list of exciting anime. If you like watching MasterChef and you like shonen anime, then you're in for a treat. No, quite literally. In short, Food Wars is an anime with Gordan Ramsay screams and lots of foodgasms. It's a culinary battle royale with delicious dishes and a side of hilarious reactions. Yeah, you might want to close the door behind you to avoid any family members walking in on you watching this seemingly innocent anime. Today we've got harsh critics, over-the-top reactions, and of course delicious food that will send your tummy rumbling. This is Food Wars. Our protagonist Soma Yukihira, the undeterred chef, dreams of outcooking his dad, Shoichiro, in an epic food battle. Despite losing 489 times, Soma faces defeat again when his friend Mayumi declares Shoichiro the winner after a food-gasmic experience. Frustrated, Soma takes solace in making Mayumi into his unwitting taste tester for his bizarre dish, which ends up violating her in indescribable ways. As days go by, a land shark named Yaiko, accompanied by shady characters, visits as the cooking duo wrap up. She's an urban life planner, wanting to bring luxury apartments to the area, and they're asked to vacate. Soma, undeterred, clarifies they don't serve eviction notices, but they are renowned for serving any dish customers crave, and he declares that if they ever fail to deliver, they'll close up shop, gracefully accepting defeat. The next day, Soma is coming back from school when he gets a call from his dad, who tells him that he's out for some business and won't be returning home until the next day. Oh, and he asks about Soma's future, then hangs up. This leaves him confused, when all he really wants is to work at the restaurant forever. Soma arrives home to a ransacked restaurant, sign vandalized. Soon, Miss Landshark, along with her men, makes her appearance and demands a mouth-watering, juicy marbled steak, with no meat to use. Soma, ninja chef style, whips up a mashed potato wrapped in bacon dish using what he had on him, and the aroma alone makes Lady Landshark wiggle in her seat. A few oohs and ahs after trying it, and she promises to leave them alone. The next morning, Soma looks happy that he was able to save their family restaurant, but is thunderstruck when his dad returns. Hey son, I'm closing the restaurant. Wait, what? Father Chef has found a job with a friend and will be leaving soon. He wants Soma to discover his true potential at Totsuki Culinary Academy, the top culinary academy in Japan, with less than a 10% graduation rate, I might add. He adds that if Soma fails to survive in the academy, he can kiss his dream of defeating his good old dad goodbye. A few days later, Soma shows up for the transfer exam and is greeted by a sea of Richie Riches with fancy culinary backgrounds. Since his family restaurant isn't as famous, he's treated like yesterday's leftovers. To make matters interesting, the judge is the notorious Pampered Goddess, Irina Nakari, nicknamed the God Tongue. She throws a curveball, challenging candidates to cook any egg dish to satisfy her palate. But since she's known for critiquing even her mom's milk,
oh god, this lacks flavor.
It's no surprise everyone chickens out, fearing career death and the label
talentless imbecile.
Irina had anticipated something like this would happen, and with everyone gone, she starts toying with her assistant, Hisako, luring her to try a new divine dish she's been working on. Excuse me, so I could just make whatever? Irina already hates Soma's cocky attitude and thinks he is hardly a competition because, unlike them, he is only experienced in working in his family-owned diner. Soma, however, whips something up and is confident. He serves egg rice with taste-altering seasoning. Irina is gobsmacked as she reluctantly takes the first bite and can't stop eating, with every bite warming her body as little flying Somas bully her in places that have no relation to food tasting.
Your food is so disgusting. Get out, you freak.
She fails him. However, the director of the Totsuki Academy and Irina's grandfather secretly tastes Soma's dish and revokes Irina's decision. The next day, at the entrance ceremony, director Gramps makes a daunting appearance and scares the students out of their wits. Next, they announce that Soma is the only transfer student who managed to pass the exam and is called to deliver a speech, making Erina's mouth fall to the floor. Soma announces that the #1 spot belongs to him, instantly making enemies. Once he arrives backstage, he runs into Erina, who is shocked to find out that he was even given an admission letter and is now a student at Totsuki. Even so, Erina refuses to acknowledge his culinary skills, but Soma promises to make her praise his cooking one day. Later in the day, Soma meets Megumi, a shy girl with grades so low she might as well be the patron saint of academic facepalms. The two are paired for a class read by Roland Chappelle, nicknamed the chef who never smiles, because his smile is as rare as a unicorn in a business suit.
Today you must prepare an extraordinary dish, boeuf bourguignon, a staple of traditional French cuisine. Any dish that does not impress me will be viewed as an E grade, for expelled. You have 2 hours. Commence à cuire.
This stresses our poor Megumi. To add to her woes, Soma appears clueless about the dish. However, Megumi is determined to pass the test and starts the preparations. But when 2 green-eyed classmates turn their dish into the Dead Sea of Soups...
Oh my gosh, what do we do? We are going to fail, Soma! We're gonna fail!
No, we are chefs, and no matter what, the food must go out. Megumi, boosted by newfound confidence, starts helping Soma. They whip up a honey-tenderized beef dish that turns both Megumi and Chappelle into smiling cinnamon rolls. Yes, he's smiling.
You both get an A. However, I wish I could give you a higher grade than an A, for the dish was perfection.
Meanwhile, the 2 dirtbags, in shock over their passing, end up failing miserably, burning and spilling salt in their dish. That's right, karma. Megumi credits Soma's ninja cooking skills for the win, a blessing in disguise. Later, exhausted and frustrated, Soma tries to find his new home, the Polar Star Dormitory. As he's walking, a draft of wind blows a document from his hand, which states all the important terms and conditions one must fulfill before being accepted into the dorm. Soma soon reaches an eerie-looking building where he meets the caretaker, Fumio, and she asks if he is ready to cook a meal that is good enough to pass him and make him an official resident. Unaware of the cooking challenge, Soma, lacking ingredients, faces the threat of dorm denial. To the rescue, he whips up an impressive mackerel burger using whatever's left in the dorm kitchen, earning him a spot, and reminding Fumio of her younger days. She realizes Soma has exceptional cooking skills and welcomes him to the dorm. She hands him the key to his room, and Soma heads straight for the shower. Ooh. Soma soon forgets about the incident. Like the dude didn't just flash a girl. Resting on his bed, Soma gets a sealing surprise visit from dorm resident Ishiki, who invites him to a welcome party in the angry nerd's room. Cause why not? Him and the still scarred Megumi join the festivities. Soma discovers the Elite 10 Council, the Academy's top decision makers under the director. They party hard and everyone crashes, except for Soma and Ishiki. Out of food, Ishiki offers a peppered mackerel dish, naked. Just ignore the bare bottom, you'll be seeing it a lot. Only to find out Ishiki isn't just any dorm mate, he is the 7th seat in the Elite 10 Council. After tasting Ishiki's dish, he challenges Soma to cook. Our boy happily accepts and prepares a tea over a mackerel rice ball. The delicious fragrance wakes some of the others, and together, they all reach a level of ecstasy from Soma's dish, declaring the match a tie. Although Ishiki has not yet shown what he can really do, but that's for another time. Fired up the next day, Soma challenges Ishiki for the 7th seat position in the Elite 10 Council. However, Ishiki refuses and lays down the rules. Equal stakes, a formal challenge certification, an odd number of judges, and agreed upon conditions. Once Soma fulfills these requirements, the Academy will witness a full-blown food war. And speaking of food wars, Erina has challenged the Chenko Hot Pot Research Society's president, Kiyoshi, because she wants a new kitchen, and what better place than snatching their club room? Sumo chef Kiyoshi refuses to let go of tradition, but Erina dismisses him. She bets her Elite 10 Council spot on a food showdown, and it's almost as over as soon as it begins. Erina effortlessly wins, leaving him in shock. Desperate, he questions the judges about his recipe, but Erina takes a taste and delivers her verdict. Complete with beach vibes and unexpected unexpected hippos, the Soma retaliates by trying Erina's dish and ends up getting punched with flavor and gastronomical bliss. Stripped of all of his defenses and his clothes, cause why not? Erina proceeds with her plans. And with that, thanks for joining us in this epic food battle. If you're craving more delicious anime hilarity, don't forget to hit that subscribe button faster than a chef chopping onions. And remember, the only thing better than our jokes is the food from the show. So stay tuned, stay hungry, and keep laughing your way through Food Wars. Bon appetit!